Sami, just a second. You know, you're talking.
I'm sorry, there's a siren. I don't know if I will have
take
service.
cover. Please take cover. But, you know, you are talking about Netanyahu being responsible, even as Emily there is rushing into a bunker, because even now rockets are being fired into Israel. Are you saying that it's okay to fire rockets into civilian population because Netanyahu is a bad leader?
I don't say this. Why do you put words in my mouth? I say that Netanyahu has supported the continuation of the rule of Hamas in Gaza. It failed in his strategy. And this is proven. If you follow up the Palestinian-Israeli issue, you can notice that every month...
But that still does not allow you to engage in violence. First of all, you have a problem, you deal with Netanyahu. How are civilians supposed to be answerable for what Netanyahu does? What did the people killed have to deal with Netanyahu?
Well, he's the prime minister.
So?
And this is his strategy. He wanted Hamas in Gaza to stay. He wanted the rule of Hamas in Gaza.
So if he's the prime minister, you go after civilians.
Well, I'm not justifying anything against the civilians.
But it does seem like it. You know, when you do a root cause theory, sir, with the greatest of respect,
on the shoulder of Netanyahu.
You know, when you again and again go back to the root cause theory, it's almost like saying that somebody has been, you know, violated, and you tell that woman you asked for it, because the root cause of why you have been sexually assaulted is because you did a certain thing.
No, I condemn what has happened on Saturday. I am against terrorism. I call this terrorism. But occupation
and
is
yet
very
you
bad.
blame the victim. You're blaming the victim, Summer. You're blaming the victim.
Too much. And this should end. This is the roots. This is the roots of all the problems.
No, the root of the problem here is extremism. It's Palestinian extremism, and it's rejection of peace.
When will the
on the Palestinian side?
Enough is enough. We cannot keep controlling millions of Palestinians. 17 years, most of the population in Gaza are innocent civilians. There are 50,000
that has nothing to do with the massacre of innocent civilians. Nothing. It has nothing to do with the fact that right now I'm in a bomb shelter because there's rockets being fired at my house.
Well, Emily, your army have invaded Gaza 16 times in the last 15 years. And unfortunately,
the army hasn't invaded Gaza. The army has targeted terrorist infrastructure. And as I said, every Palestinian in Gaza is invited and welcome to work against Hamas with Israel. Not because we want the territory. If you remember, Israel left the territory. Israel withdrew from Gaza. They tore up settlements. And what happened? The Palestinian people democratically elected Hamas. That's what happened, Summer. You can continue gaslighting as much as you want, but the reality is that the Palestinian people democratically elected Hamas. And this is the reality that Israel now has to deal with.
That was 17 years ago. That was 18 years ago. What will be the solution?
And how is that our fault that the Palestinians haven't had elections?
Your army now will have ground operation.
Our army has the right and the obligation to shut down this terrorist organization for good. That's what our army should be doing.